Hey everyone, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm back with Heat, my favorite racing game, this time with the latest expansion, the second one, Tunnel Vision. And disclaimer that I was sent a review copy of this one. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So I'm going to do a playthrough of the España track. If it goes quickly enough, maybe I'll flip it over and do a play of the other new track as well, and then I'll give my thoughts on the new elements overall. But yeah, just like the last expansion, this one has two new tracks on a double-sided board, and it has new tournament cards and such to go along with that. And then it's got some new cards to go in the garage deck with a new mechanic, drafting, so I'll talk about that in a second. And also one of the new maps, España, has tunnels, which are a new thing. And what they do is anytime you're in a tunnel space, you can't discard cards. So you can't clear out the chaff from your hand and get to better stuff. You just got to deal with what you're dealt. Now this one does not have any of the flooded heavy rain mechanics in it. So that's still limited to just a single map. And again, just España has the tunnels, not the other side. This one, though, does have the chicanes, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, which were also in heavy rain, although you only do stuff with those when you're using the weather effects, which I'm not doing. And they also have the mechanic, which I think they're using going forward, for legends to be able to aggressively go through multiple turns in a round if you have these little chevrons next to it, which was also backported to Great Britain if you haven't seen those rules before. And it has a new car, so now you can play with, I think it's up to 8. They filled all of the car holders that were in the original box. Although all the map boards definitely do not fit in the original box unless you want to have crazy lid lifts. So I have things split between two. But this is going to be me. I'm doing a full 6 legend matchup because that's still the most you can do with the legends, since the cards are still keyed off of the 6 original racing colors in the base game. So even if you use the extra cards, you can't get a 7th or 8th legend in yet. But hey, maybe they'll do new cards at some point. Yeah, we're going to see how España goes. And again, if it's quick enough, maybe I'll do the other one before I talk about my thoughts overall. All right, so I've taken some of the garage cards and then mixed them with cards from the expansion just so you'll be able to see that. So let's see my options. So here's the new thing called drafting. You use this during step 5, like most of the other powers. It lets you gain up to the extra amount of movement, and that movement does not count for going through corners, so it's kind of like free movement like slipstreaming. But the extra movement, however much of it you use, must end behind another card, directly behind them, not like slipstreaming where you can be beside them or behind them. So it kind of lets you catch up to somebody in front of you, and again, potentially go through a curve more nicely. So this is Front Wing. It's a 4, gives me 1 draft. I can put it on top of the deck if I want to, but I have to discard 4 cards from the top of my deck. And by the way, these discards are not affected by tunnels because it's discarding from the top of your deck and never enters your hand, but any effects that would have you discard from your hand, like a body card, for example, do not work in the tunnel, because this would let me discard up to 3 stress cards from my body. Oh, Air Intake. This is one of the ones from Heavy Rain. I actually had to go and remind myself what it is. So that's a super cool symbol. It lets you get rid of a heat card that's in your discard pile instead of actively in your hand. This one also adds to your slipstreaming for the turn and gives you a stress if you're not in a tunnel. And then when we got Wings, oh man, these are so good. It's a 4, 1 heat, but it raises your value for going through turns by 2. But we got to do the new thing, right? And get the front wing for, oh, not there. Get the front wing for one of our cards. All right, let's see what's next. An extra heat. Tire. Oh, I got 2 more. So these are the same card. It's a 6 movement. And there are, there's several straightaways here that might benefit from that. But it costs a heap. It gives me 2. All right, well, hey, let's go all drafting, baby. I mean, not really. I don't think I actually want to go all drafting. Air Intake. Oh, gosh. It's -1 and only 1 movement, so it's really just about getting rid of the heat. Fuel also lets you get rid of the heat. Oh, the front wing is a 0. Huh. There are some slower sections, but... And the RPM is cool, but it's a plus, so you don't know if you're going to end up beside them or behind them. Although that would work way better with either of my things. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's go for that. Let's go for the RPM. Because with the option of either of my front wings giving me drafting for extra movement, I can make it much more likely that I'll be use the super slipstreaming to get ahead of people. All right, so that's going to be my deck. Let me shuffle it up, get my first 7 cards, and we'll get going. Okay, interesting. I got both my front wing cards and a 4. Well, let me show you where I am before I pick. So I ended up randomly in 6th place out of 7, which does mean I'm going to get a bonus +1 movement if I want it. And we are 11 to 14 away from a 5 turn quickly going into a 4 turn. So I'd like to advance far enough to get through. I don't think I need to use heat yet. So let's go there for the 2. And then instead of going crazy with heat, although, I mean, I guess it could be good, but let's do a 4 and a 4 with the front wing. So that's 9 movement. Pretty decent chance I'll be able to slipstream. Well, not a guaranteed 9 if I don't have space to move into, but potentially 9 movement, 11 with slipstreaming. That would get me right outside of the turn, maybe. So sure, we're going to try for those. All right, here we go. Ooh, black is going 18, so we just go to the 3 since that would take him past the turn. And green's going 12, which will also take him past the turn, so they're going to the 1. Yeah, if you haven't seen the Legends, well, if you haven't seen Heat before, don't watch this video first in general, I guess is what I should say. But just to remind you, the Legends will try to go the value indicated. If that would take them past a turn, they instead stop on the indicated space outside the turn. Or if they're already past this line, that means they're going to actually try to go past the turn. Then they take the value of the turn and add it to the 0, 1, 2, or 3, ignoring those higher values. But yeah, okay, black and green get there. And the others end up here, which looks kind of bad for me because I'm definitely not going to be able to slipstream past or do much of anything here. Or no, I will be able to a little bit. Oh, and I forget I get an extra bonus move. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do 8, which takes me to the 5. With Adrenaline, I can take 1 movement. And then in step 5, I can use my front wing to go 1 more, which I guess I will. And I am going to put this on top of my deck, but I have to first discard 4 cards. And then I could in step 6 slipstream, but there's no room. Now, by the way, I didn't say slipstreaming can let you go past like a kind of crowded area like this, but drafting specifically says that there needs to be room for you. So like, let's say that, I don't know, green was here. I could not use like drafting 2 here to end up in a space behind green. Was it like that? Because I couldn't get past this filled up double lane here with red and blue. So that's another little limitation on drafting. And then gray wanted to be in a 3 spot, but they're right there. Okay, so not too bad. We didn't take any heat, and we got as close as we could to everybody else. Still in 6th place, though. Now, just to note, everybody except black and gray is on a chevron space. And the 1 chevron here means that they can potentially go through 2 turns if they get enough movement. So, like, let's see. If yellow got a 3, right? The highest they can get, plus 5 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's not even going to be hard for them to go through a double turn here. All right, so what should I do here? If I go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then my adrenaline and slipstream. But adrenaline raises your speed, so if I had to use that, it'd be potentially getting like 1 heat here and 2 heat here. What if I just did these? Well, I'm probably, the chance of me getting a 2 or 3, even a 4 is pretty high here, so I'd really blow up. I do want to use the RPM, though. I could go to 3rd gear and, like, try that. It's going to average out to be about 6, right? Which is still, like, a little bit faster than I want to go. I'd take 3 heat if I go through both. I could try this and average out to 5 or 6. Okay, we'll try that. Go into 3rd gear and see what the heck happens. I don't know. All right, so this seems good. Oh, yellow's going to get through, I think, but all the rest are, like, way back here. Yeah, so green's only going 5. Didn't make it through the turn, but gives me somebody to, like, potentially get behind. Yellow's going 7, so should make it through, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, they're in the tunnel now. Not that they care about tunnels. Blue goes 6 and closes stuff off. Red goes 5 right there. Black goes 7, 3, 6. Oh, man, that's not great. Well, I can still slipstream behind them, but it all depends on what my plus is, doesn't it? Okay, discard that. Okay. That's 6. It's faster than I wanted to go. Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But sadly, even though I moved 5, it doesn't change the fact that my speed was still 6. But let's slipstream like crazy for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's kind of farther ahead than I wanted to be. So I had 6 speed, went through a 5 and a 4, so I take 3 heat. Ouch. I don't know if getting ahead was that important, y'all. Oh, crud. And I can't discard anything. Well, I got some high values, so it should be okay. And then gray is trying to go 8, but they can't go through 2 turns anyway, so they're just going to land right there. All right, so first place, we're burning pretty hot. But I go into 4th gear if I want to, and I got a very nice set of values. What am I at? 11, going into a 4. Oh, and then another 4 immediately after. So that's one of those chicanes as well. And yeah, I couldn't discard last turn. What should I do? 7. I could just like kind of burn the stress and go up to 4th gear, but no, I got to go down to 4 in a second, so never mind. Here, I can do this and potentially like leave it back on top. I don't mind discarding a bunch to get to my heat faster, so sure, we'll go a straight up 11. Oh, and I don't have to wait, do I? Because I'm in front. All right, so There we go. And yeah, the drafting means nothing when you're ahead of people. You got to be pulling up behind them. All right, and should I put that on top? I'm actually not going to put that on top. It's not really doing anything for me if I'm, in front of people and also not trying to go super fast at the moment. And actually, let's discard this very fast front wing as well because I don't have like any crazy long straightaways for a bit. Well, I do in several turns, but whatever. And again, I'm allowed to discard again because I got past the tunnel. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say something pretty important. This is a 1-lap course, which is another reason I thought I might be able to play the second one. So yeah, things are going to be done kind of quickly. How quickly? Let's see what the legends have to say. Yellow's getting to the 2 spot. Ooh, and this was pretty nasty for them. Yellow's right behind me, but look, all of them who were left behind the curve before haven't even gotten to where they can pass the next curve. So yeah, Yellow and I should be by ourselves for a bit. But I'm in the perfect spot to pass both turns with just a 4. And I got a heat in my hand, so I'm going to go down to second gear, right, to get rid of that. And let's just keep things simple and do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And return the heat, so I've got 4 hanging out there. All right, I'm in an 11 turn coming up on a 2. I mean, the slipstreaming isn't really helping me much. Let's discard all 3 of these, I think. Discard while I can. Oh, God, that's all my stress. Didn't get any more heat. That was not the response I wanted. All right, Yellow does have a chevron, so if they get... What would it need to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they get a 2 or a 3... Nope, they only got a 1. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's awesome. So now I am a whole turn ahead, basically. And everybody else pulled in. Blue looks like they're definitely going to get through both, so they'll be caught up with Yellow, it looks like. All right, what do I want to do now? An 11... straight going into a 2 turn, and then it's the longest straightaway on the course. No, there's actually 2 19-length straightaways. So this is one of the longest straightaways coming out of that 2. Ah, man, all these stresses. If I go up to third gear, 4, what would that average out to? About 5, so like 9. What would it be the worst result if it was... Like 4, 4, 4, that'd be 12. Yeah, I mean, literally have to be all the 4s for me to be in trouble, so I will try that in third gear. And I went through my deck, and it's a freaking 2-1. Gosh darn it. So only going 7 to the 4. Let's burn a heat and push a little farther. Nope. 3. Okay. That's nice. I burned a heat, but now I can go through the turn safely next turn. Oh, and I am out of the tunnel, so I can discard. Although, I want fast, right? So I'll keep the 1 and the 2 just to be sure I have a nice option to get through the turn. But we'll go new for the rest. All right, let's see how well Yellow does. Only moves 4. Nice. So he has not crossed where he can go through the turn yet. Blue, though, is moving 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It only catches up to Yellow. This is good. This is like the farthest ahead I've been in a while. And everybody else kind of formed into a line. Everyone except Black and Gray did make it through both turns now. All right, I'm going to go down to second gear, which will let me get this 1 heat back. Oh, and I got 2 1s. I didn't even see that. That's even better than I thought because I was just assuming I would take a heat. So I'm going to go in and do that to just smoothly go through there. I'll get myself back to 4 heat overall. Then I'm in a crazy straightaway, so let's discard the 2. And dang it, I thought I would get my stupid 6. Oh, I think it might have already been discarded. Well, I got my 4 front wing. Yeah, I got a lot of 4s and 3s. This should be fine. But we know the AI is insanely good at catching up when the straightaways are long, and we've got 2 long straightaways, so if they can do pretty well here, they'll be fine. And I'm assuming they'll all just be right outside the turn. Okay, so Yellow's at the 2. Oh, and Blue's at the 3. That's actually kind of good. They might not make it through the turn. It's possible. Yeah, it was kind of a perfect result. Look at this. Black and Gray, of course, had to go through the turn, but nobody is at the 0 spot. So, I mean, yes, red, green, probably yellow, and honestly, maybe blue will get through the turn. Well, they're not like blasting past me or anything yet. All right, now do I want to go up to 4th gear? Gosh, 20 spaces. And then look at this. I go through a 5 turn, and then it's another 19 straightaway. Like, you just need all the speed you can muster. And then it's a 2, a 3, 2 chicane 4s, another 3, and then the finish line. Ah, man. Well, here, putting the front wing back on top of my deck will be nice for the second straightaway. So sure, let's try it and burn a heat to go up. I mean, how far am I going to go? 4, 4, 3, 3. That's 14 out of the 20. So I won't really be in range of going through the turn safely. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I'm taking a heat. I got 3 left to go up. And, yeah, 4, 4, 3, 3. Here we go. So we slide into the 6th spot. Do I want to take another heat to advance to where I can definitely get through the turn safely? Like it's a heat either way, right? Well, actually, it's more than one heat because here I'd need to go 7 to get past. So, yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to get a 4. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay. But now I got to discard 4 more after I reshuffle before I put this on top of my deck. And, of course, my freaking 6 and a 4 and a heat. I guess the heat's okay, but that wasn't great. Okay, down to 2 heat. I got to be able to go to 3rd gear. Uh-oh. Oh, God, that's my hand? Well, I'll discard the RPM at least. Oh, never mind. We're pretty good. We're pretty good. Yeah, those 1s and 2s, I can definitely get through the curve safely. Oh, wait, crud. That, oh no, I didn't discard anything. Oh, yes, I did. I discarded the RPM. Hold on, let me get rid of some of these new cards. Yeah, I forgot I was in a tunnel. Oh, cool. I kept both of the 1s, but not the 2. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. I can do like 2 1s and a stress and just hope I don't draw too high. All right, these guys shouldn't be too exciting. Green went 4. Red went 5. What the heck, y'all? You crazy? But yeah, yellow didn't make it through, and blue didn't make it through. Oh my gosh, how the tables have turned. And black and gray slid in. I mean, I'm definitely at least a turn ahead of these guys. If I can just not blow up with my heat, I might be okay. So let's try the plan. 1 1 and stress. And it's a 2. Okay, 4. That's totally fine. So that gets me into the other long straightaway. And I still can't discard. So there we go. That's my hand. Let's draw some more. Oh, God. Oh, man. What do I... Oh, my gosh. Okay. So if I go into 4th gear, I'm playing that trash? Really? Well, okay. Telling are fun. All right, big moment here. How far are red and green going to go? Red, not far at all. Green, super far. They're going to be right behind me. Darn it. Here we go. They're contenders. And the rest, not really in the picture for the moment. All right, this time we're coming into a 2-turn, which almost makes you think, as dumb as it probably is, maybe I go down to 2nd gear to get rid of a heat. But then the most I can go is like 7 or 6, most likely. It's not enough. But there's also not really any reason to go up to 4th gear when I just got a 1 to play extra. So I'm just going to stay in 3rd gear and do these 3 and hope I draw well. All right, here we go. Ooh, a 4 and a 2. Okay, I'll take that. So what is that? That's 10. So like a little bit more than halfway there. You're at the 8. So we'll definitely need to like go again. Maybe like if we get lucky with our card draw in 2nd gear and we aren't in a tunnel anymore. Oh, I got to resolve the front wing thing. Like, ooh, I can keep it on the top. Yeah, I want to do that. Keep it on the top for sure. And what's auto discarded this time? A heat and a stress. That's fine. Get him out of here. But yeah, putting the front wing on top. And, oh my God. I mean, I can't keep the 1 just to save it for the 2 later. I don't think I can afford to do that. I think I need to, I'm getting a 4. I need to try to like for another 4 or 3 to get me right in there. Okay, and I got 2 3s and a stress. Hey, number 1, can you come back? I would like to have you again. But yeah, here they come, man. Green got 8. He's on the warpath. The red got 8 too, so he made it through the turn. I wasn't sure if he would. Just barely. And the rest of them just kind of come petering in. But yeah, you know that green and red are going to be like immediately behind me in 2 seconds. But hey, then I can actually use my drafting and my like special slipstreaming card again. All right, so yes, let's go down to 2nd gear so I can get rid of my heats. And we'll do the... I could do the stress, but nah. I've got a lot of 3s in my hand. There's a reasonable chance that that would not go well. I really don't want to be stuck in this turn. All right, we'll do this and discard a bunch more. So I get right outside the turn. Oh, and then I'm in the tunnel. Well, so it goes. Oh, by the way, I'm not putting the 4 on top because there's a lot of like quick turns coming up. All right, I can't discard. This could be terrible, y'all. This could be... Oh, wait, hold on. Before I draw back up, I do get to get rid of a heat. Yay, because I was down in 2nd gear. All right, come on. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess I'll do the 1 and a stress and hope it's like a 1 or a 2 because I don't want to play all those 3s and 4s. Or I could actually go down to 1st gear and just play the stress. Chance of it being a 1 is really low, and then I'll get rid of both of these heats. That would be amazing. What would also be amazing is if, like, green didn't draw a huge card. Yeah! And red's going 16, so he'll be at the 3. They'll both be at the 3. Awesome. I'm still ahead, and they might not even make it through the turn. Yeah, look at this. Best friggin' possible result. Well, I guess not really best. Red could have just gone, like, 10 spaces. Had been way behind. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's check the angle. There we go. That's where everyone else ended up. All right, we're doing it. Going down to 1st gear with Hail Mary, baby. And first, that doesn't help. I've never been able to play that card since the first round when I got rid of it. No. Okay, 3. Oh, that's 1 heat. Well, whatever. I'm about to get rid of 2 heat, so I'm totally fine with that. All right, so I end up there, getting rid of 2 heat from being in 1st gear. Then I'm getting 1 right back for going too fast. I'm in the tunnel, but I actually have decent options, like a nice little mix. I'm not getting through the 3 turn right away, but I could go 4 here to go through double and only take a single heat. Or, of course, I can go 3 to there safely and then 4 to there. Not honestly sure which is going to be better for me. It might depend on my cards because that's a lot of high values. Yeah. Come on, red or green. If like both of them don't make it in, or they both make it in. Oh my gosh, are they passing me? Green's first. No, he just pulls up next to me and red's right behind. Ugh. I would rather them, I don't know, I kind of wish they were like one ahead of me so I could slipstream and stuff. Here's where everybody else ended up except gray. He's so far behind, you don't have to worry about him. All right, so green would have to get a 3 to get through the turn, right? Because he would have to go 6. Red can't possibly. So where do I want to end up? I guess I could go like a 1-4, or I could do like the 2 stresses. Well, no, with all the 4s and 3s here, I'd definitely go too short. But like maybe I count on him not making it through. So he's likely to end up like somewhere in here. So it'd like be behind him and try to slipstream. I think that's too much thinking. I'm just going to go 1-4 and take it easy. So I get right there. And I don't really have any big straightaways. Like after coming out of the final turn, it's only 7 spaces. I mean, of course, I want to go as far as possible for the tiebreaker. So, yeah, I don't want to be stuck with like a bunch of trash. Let's get rid of 2 of these. Hey, look, I got that front wing thing. Finally. Okay, this is a nice set. I still have 2 heat cards bouncing around in my deck, but I guess it's okay. Another big moment here. Green can't get the 3. You bought. Shoot. Oh, I don't know how I'm coming down. Okay, it's fine. So he's going 6. Dang it. Okay. Red. Where's red going? He's getting to a 2. Again, everybody else ends up like that. Gray actually caught up. But yeah. Okay. I think green just got 2 3s in a row. So they are almost guaranteed to be like 0 to 2 the next time. I'm just trying to see like 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I could get, my whatchamacallit doesn't count as, I was going to say this thing doesn't count like the +2 from drafting. It doesn't count against my speed, but it's still a 6. So if it went through both, so no, that's crazy. It's crazy. I would blow up. Is there any, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I went 4, I mean, I get through both of the things worst case. And like bonus if I do end up behind my slipstream. So I want to go 4, right? But I have some flexibility in my gearage, so sure. Let's go 3 and 1 here. All right, so if they get a 0, then I catch them. Now they got a 2. Oh, God, they didn't go through. How much did they go through? They can skip 1 extra turn, and they went 6. Are you freaking... gosh, darn it! Gosh darn, I can't follow him. I'll die. All right, well, second place is a totally valid and valuable place to be in. Okay, that's 4. I do take 1 heat for going a little bit fast. All right, and I want to keep the 6 for that final straightaway in case somebody else catches up. Yeah, I mean, these are honestly fine. What I really want is another heat. Hey, there we go. And yeah, slipstream, that's going to be too late. Now, interesting, Reb is on the 2, which does not have a chevron, so he was going 6, but he can't go that far, so he's going to stop right outside the next turn. Yellow didn't even make it in, wah-wah. And these 3 back here are still fighting pretty hard for, 5th place. Now, I will note, if they get a 0, they won't make it through the next turn. Not going to count on it. It's not going to happen, but it's cool that it's a possibility. I mean, how far would I have to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they did go 4 or 7. But no, if I go through the other turn, I would blow up, so that doesn't really help at all. All right, so I guess I'm going to do this for my turn, staying in second gear, and I can get rid of the 1 heat I just drew, so I'll have a lot of heat for the very, very end. And he got a 1. Okay. Hopes dashed. Thanks, green. And as for, oh, crud, I only got 1? Oh, is red going to totally smoke me here? I mean, yeah. The answer is yes. Even on a 0, they'd be next to me. Maybe I can slipstream them with my little special card? Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm ditching that, which gives me 4 heat for the record for this final turn, and then the big rush. So, I want to keep that for like my crazy plan to maybe slipstream him, which means these don't really help. I'll ditch the 4 at least. Oh, I got 1 right back, and some 2s. And I got both of my drafting. So I got all my special cards. Might be good to like pass red. Oh, I didn't even look at what red's doing. What is red doing? They're moving 6, so 2 ahead of me. That's not ideal. But they've also gone really far in all the last cards, so maybe they'll get a 0 or a 1. I mean, not that I can control my little bonus slipstreaming thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, good job, yellow. Ooh, and black and gray both got 3s and both made it through the turn. Yeah, oh, there, and y'all go. Good job. Blue, not so much. They're at the 2. I guess we know who's going to be last now. All right. So let's assume they're going to go 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I would need to go 5 or 6. which would be 3 heat. I've got 4. So a 5 or a 6. That's probably too dangerous. That's probably not enough. I mean, I do have a lot of higher values in my hand, right? Okay. I'm gonna, you know what, actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do front wing RPM, because then I can put this on top, and if I don't blow up, I can like blast them, and well, not really blast them because they go so friggin' fast, but I'll have a chance if Red and I both Red's gonna get through the turn no matter what. If we both get through the turn, for me to like hopefully pass them at the very end. So yeah, we're doing that. All right, come on. Oh, Red's got a 1. I think that gives me a chance. Okay, green clearly already finished. Good job. And Red's only going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now, what do I want? I want a 1 or a 2, please. I mean, really, I want to be better. Freaking yeah. Okay. Oh, I forgot about the thingamajig. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't use it because I'm already going to be behind him, so that's 5, so I'm 1 over, but then I can do a 5 slipstream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The drafting can only put you behind somebody, remember, not behind them. Otherwise, I would use the drafting right now to be next to them and finish this turn. But I'm 4 steps ahead of him. If I'll go as fast as I can. I only spent 2 heat, so I can afford to jump up to 4th gear and play my special 6 card. That's great. Oh, but I do have to discard 4. And let's discard the lower numbers. And what do we got? 6, 4, 3, and some stresses. Okay. I like all that. And what's left? A yellow. I mean, nobody else is really in it, right? Oh, look, blue actually caught up. They did the double. Wait, could they have done the double thing? They went 6. Hold on, let me go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they couldn't have. So they're right outside there, like happened to somebody else. All right, I feel the need for speed. So we have 2 heat left. We're using 1 heat to go straight to 4th gear. We were in 3rd. We are doing all of that. And since this is going to add a heat, we will not have 1 extra to do a final boost, but that's okay. All right. Ooh, let's go. I don't think they can catch me now. That's 17, baby. Oh, geez. So I go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is just counting for who won. I'm not actually going through these turns, of course. All right. There's no way, right? There's no way. 14. Get out of here, Red. Not even close, buddy. Yeah, look at that. That is a sizable lead for first place. Green didn't exist. We're just imagining, we're retconning the entire race. Green was a figment of my imagination. It was like me racing my dad's ghost. And yes, first place. I mean, of course, not really. Wah, wah. But cool. 2nd, 3rd. Let's finish it out. All right. Is yellow. Yellow's going 4. Okay. Black and gray are like always together. Now, neither of them is on a chevron space, even though they would have been able to move far enough. They stop there. And blue barely gets through. All right. So it really is going to come down to who's faster here. Okay. So yellow gets across, of course. 4th place. Black's going 5 and gray's going 4. So slight advantage there. Oh, wait, and blue kind of cut up. All right, this is going to be a close one. Final card. So let's see. We'll just do this relative and not actually move them. Oh, black only got a 10. And then gray's 7 above that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And blue is 5 above that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, black got left behind. A terrible final turn. All right, so here's the final podium result. Yeah, I feel pretty good about the second. I mean, green had some blessed turns there, but I had some good luck too. So yeah, not a bad finish. And that, well, of course, that was with the legends on like the regular mode without giving them free movement on the straightaways, which is how you increase their difficulty. But that was fun. My one regret is that I think I did I ever use the draft? Like, it's a new mechanic, and I was never behind people to use it. Okay, well, anyway, sorry. Drafting, cool. But yeah, that did take a little bit longer to film than I thought it would. So I'm not going to film the second track, but let me at least show it to you. So there's the Netherlands track. Nice contrast to the España track because it's got 3 laps. There were a couple, like I think Great Britain might be a 3. I forget how many 3-lap maps we have now. Only 5 turns. And yeah, if you can see that number up there, that's a 29 length straightaway. 29. Is that the longest straightaway we've gotten in the game yet? Gosh, it's got to be close, right? So this one seems cool and certainly very different than España. And I guess that's a good transition point to go into my thoughts. I like these 2 new tracks. I like that they are quite highly different from each other. And if you want more tracks, which I think is why most people are buying these expansions, not a bad deal. And I think the tunnel thing is kind of interesting. The fact that this is a super long single lap course is kind of interesting. I would say I like this better than the flooded heavy rain mechanic from the last expansion. If you don't remember, it's been a while, these are spaces that make it cost more to shift down, which from what I remember playing, I think it's only on Japan, was not that big a deal. These feel like you're always going to be somewhat impacted by them just because discarding cards is such a natural thing to do in the game, so it's kind of like forcing you to second guess what you have in your hand and such. But here's a big thing. Exact same review thought I had for Heavy Rain. They have this new track mechanic, and I just find it a little weird that they don't put it on the other track. They did the same exact thing in Heavy Rain, where they have this flooded mechanic, and then they don't use it on both tracks. I don't know, because they might never have another tunnel on a track in the future. They might never have another flooded space in the future. So it's like, I don't know, it just seems like a lot of design thought, or maybe not that much. It's not that complicated, like neither mechanic is that complicated, but it just seems like a lot for like not much usage. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But yeah, so 2 new tracks, cool. Tunnel mechanic, fine. Not going to like ignite your passion or anything. And new drafting cards, I think these are pretty neat. You know, it just gives you more ways to catch up. And I like when you're like kind of in the back and catching up. Sometimes I even like to like try to be in the back and slipstream and stuff more. And clearly these can combo well with slipstreaming. The fact that these spaces can't be blocked off with 2 racers is sort of a new thing, I think. So not blowing me away. If I had to compare this to the super cooling cards, I guess I think these are cooler, even though super cooling are kind of more consistently useful. I didn't really use this in the game, but I like the idea of like extra movement and kind of battling with other racers more. But yeah, when you get right down to it, my thoughts for this expansion are basically identical to Heavy Rain, in that if you love Heat and you want more tracks to race on, heck yeah, go for it. If you think you need more garage modules, you're probably wrong. These cards aren't going to change things that much, so you're probably fine with what's in the base game. Having an 8th car, kind of cool. Well, I guess a 7th car if you didn't buy Heavy Rain, but I'm not playing with that many people. And again, you can't use, a full 8 cards. I'm just throwing things here. You can't use a full 8 cards with the Legends modules anyway, with how the game is currently. So the extra card doesn't give any more playability for the solo mode. Well, I guess unless you skipped Heavy Rain and then it lets you play with 6 Legends and yourself like I did here. But yeah, so, you know, kind of the same thoughts as before. Like, these expansions are totally, in many ways, superfluous. But if you love Heat and just want some more ways to play Heat, it's a good buy. I'm happy to have it. All right, so that was Heat Tunnel Vision. Thanks for watching, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Pedro Lucas, Nick Skeen, Miles, Wayne Scott, and Steve Wren. We'll see you at the next stop.